Hi, good morning, Wonder. In this session, we will discuss the format of balance sheet. So, in that format, so here, as a balance sheet, we have two hands. One hand liabilities, in another hand asset. So here, when we are going to first one, the equity and liability. So before the format of balance sheet, as an means here, whatever the specified date in the question, on the specified date we need to mention here. So under the below format, one column for particulars, next column for notes, and one more column for that amount column. This is what format. So under that format, the first one equity and liability. So here equity is nothing but capital. So in that first view, already people have discussed. So there is an equation. So assets are equals to liabilities plus capital, right? This is what equation. So here liabilities plus capital. Capital is nothing but here equity, right? So equity and liabilities. Under that first hand, we need to discuss what are the various transactions we can record under that equity and liabilities. So here, under first one, the first heading shareholder funds. So here shareholder funds means first one, first we have to record share capital. Here the share capital, whether it may be either equity share capital or preferred share capital. The first one share capital. In that amount column, just we need to write XX value because this is what format only. You don't need to write any values. Second one, reserves and surplus. So here the reserves and surplus means whether including either profit and loss account for the year. All these transactions we can record under this shareholder funds. In that amount column, just XX values. So here in this shareholder fund, these much of transactions we can record. So here, so in that amount column, total we need to make total. These total balance we can call total shareholder funds. This is what we can make as A. So this is what first head in that equity and liabilities. The second one, non-current liabilities. Here, non-current liabilities means those liabilities are long terms. So here, there will be long-term borrowings and long-term loans. I mean debentures. All these transactions we can record under in this heading. In that amount column, just have to show XX values. So under this heading, we can record only long-term borrowings as well as long-term loans, including debentures. So here debentures means nothing but borrowed capital only. So those loans we are borrowed more than 12 months. That loans we can call as long-term loans and borrowings. So here now we need to make total. This is what total non-current liabilities have to shown by the graph B value. A means total shareholder funds. B means total non-current liabilities. The next heading here, the third one, current liabilities. So here the current liabilities within the 12 months period of time, those liabilities will be settled. Like here, short-term borrowings first one, short-term borrowings, XX values. Second one, trade payables. So here trade payables means nothing but bills payable or accounts payables. So this is also current liabilities. Here in the trade payables including creditors also. The next one, other current liabilities. Other current liabilities as well as short-term provisions. Short-term provisions, whatever the outstanding expenses, outstanding salaries, outstanding rent during there, all these transactions we can record under that other short-term provisions. So now we need to make all these total. So yes, the total balance have to show XX only. So these balance we can call total current liabilities C. So as of now, up to we have discussed total shareholder funds, total non-current liabilities as well as total current liabilities. But now we need to know what is the total equity and liabilities value. So the next one, total equity and liabilities, we need to add A value plus B value plus C value. Now we need to make A plus B plus C. The total balance we need to record in that amount column only. So these much of transactions we can record under the liabilities. I mean equity and liabilities. So here after the completion of equity and liabilities, the second heading here, the next one assets. So here the assets can be broadly classified into two categories. The assets can be broadly classified into two categories. One is non-current assets. Under the non-current assets, we can record different types of transactions. The first one, fixed assets. Under the fixed assets, we have two types of assets: tangible assets and intangible assets. So here, tangible assets means those assets we can easily transferable from one person to another person, like land and building, plant and machinery, furniture. All these things we can record under tangible assets. The second one, intangible assets. Intangible assets means those assets which we can't able to transferable from person to another person, like trademarks, goodwill, copyrights. These are the various examples for intangible assets. So under the fixed assets, there are two types of assets we can record. One is tangible assets, second one intangible assets. The next one, other non-current assets. Other non-current assets we can record under the non-current assets only. The second one, is there any non-current investments in the business? Non-current investments. So here, all these kind of assets we can record under that non-current assets. So this is what total non-current assets. So here all these assets we can record under the non-current assets. So here again under the assets again we have one more type of assets. First of all, the assets we can broadly classify into two types: non-current assets and current assets. Right? Under the non-current assets, all these various transactions we can record. The second one, current assets. Under the current assets, the first one, current investments. Is there any current investments in the business? On that we can record under this category only. The second one is any inventories. So here inventories means nothing but stock in the business. The next one, trade payables. Trade payables means nothing but accounts payables or bills payables. So in this trade payables including debtors also. The next one, short-term loans and advances. Short-term loans and advances. Finally, is there any other current assets in the business? Then we can take that here. Other current assets. So, all these kind of transactions we can record under the current assets. Now we need to make total. This is what total balance. This total balance we can call as total current assets B. Just we have classified other non-current assets as well as current assets. But we need to know the value of total assets, right? The next step, total assets A value plus B value. So here A means nothing but total non-current assets, B means nothing but total current assets. A means total non-other current, previous one I mean are non-current assets and the second one current assets. Both the values now we need to make total. This is what total value of assets in the business. So here always assets are equals to liabilities plus capital. So this is what format of balance sheet. So this is what very important. Why? Because for the 6 mark question as well as in the next chapter 12 mark questions, this is what format very important. So in the next session we will discuss the problems are related to this balance sheet. Thank you students.